All right. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I'm your coach, Strongman, and today I'm going to explain to you how much your stupid purchases are actually costing you, okay? Now, you may think that America's just so evil and there's no way you could possibly get ahead. Capitalism, oh my God. Well, guess what? You're completely full of crap. And I'm going to show you how if you cut some stupid items out of your budget, you can actually build massive wealth, okay? Now, call me crazy. Call me a madman. But I would imagine that most people have an iPhone, okay? Or an expensive Android. Now, I Googled the most recent iPhone, and it sells for approximately $1,099, okay? If you have an iPhone and you bought one, either through a payment plan or straight up in cash, you probably paid about $1,000 or more, okay? Now, instead of buying this iPhone, because I know you have to have one, okay? You have to have an iPhone. You can't get a cheap Droid for $200. You have to have an iPhone. Maybe even every year. If you bought just one iPhone for $1,099, if you had instead invested that in the stock market for 30 years at a 10% return, you would have $19,177, okay? Now, don't lie. I know you probably have an iPhone, okay? And if you're not investing, but you're able to buy a freaking iPhone every year, then you're full of crap. You can't save money, okay? Nobody's gonna make fun of you because you have a cheaper phone. And if they do, they're freaking losers because they're missing out on $19,177 after 30 years, okay? And that's just one iPhone. One time you don't buy an iPhone and you invest it instead, and you're gonna have $19,000, okay? I know. That's a huge sacrifice. Next, new cars. I harp on new cars all the time because they are destroyers of wealth. Now, I Googled this, and you can always trust Google. The average car payment, the average is $544 a month over five years, okay? And it may even be 6 years, but I believe it was 5 years. Now, instead of buying a new car, I don't know, maybe you can get a used car, or maybe you drive your current car until the freaking wheels fall off. If you did that, instead of buying a stupid car, you would have $518,000 if you invested that for 30 years at a 10% return, okay? So if you bought a new car and you think you're hot shit because you're so cool, well, guess what? You don't have $518,000. You have zero. You lost money because you paid interest on your new car. You can buy a used car at the bottom of its depreciation curve and save a ton of money and have a bunch of extra money to invest, okay? So I don't want to hear your crap about, I can't afford to invest. That's BS. Complete and utter BS. Never buy a new car. Ever. And a lot of people, in this example, it's just one new car. Some people buy new cars multiple times. Every 4 or 5 years, they get a new car. Well, you're losing a lot more money than that if you keep buying new freaking cars. Buy a car that's used, drive it till the freaking wheels fall off, okay? And if you invest that, you might have $518,000. But capitalism's dumb, it's evil, it's stupid. People can't get ahead in America. All right, whatever. Let's say you have a cheap phone, great. Let's say you have a used car, it's a piece of junk, great. But you still have to buy your clothes, okay? You have to spend money on new clothes all the time. Because if you don't, if you get caught out in public wearing the same thing twice, you're a loser, right? Well, and I understand if you have to buy clothes for work, okay? But the average person is spending $161 a month on new clothes. You don't need to spend $161 a month on new clothes, especially if you're teleworking, okay? If you work from home, why the hell would you spend that much money a month on clothes? Terrible idea, okay? if you stopped buying new clothes every freaking month, and yes, I know you have to get new clothes every once in a while, but you don't need to spend this much money. You could have $367,000, okay? So the whole point of this video is that you need to make tiny sacrifices to get ahead, okay? You may have to get a crap phone. Who cares, okay? Drive a used car. Yeah, some freaking loser's gonna make fun of you. Oh, the new car. Screw him, loser. New clothes, okay? Buy clothes when you actually need them. Like for work, like if you have a job interview, okay, then you can go buy new clothes. But come on, you don't need to spend $161 a month on clothes, okay? You can go to freaking, TJ Maxx or Marshalls or even freaking Goodwill and get nice cheap clothes, okay? And if people judge you for not having perfect clothes, what about that? You gonna judge me for that, big boy, huh? You like that? That's what I thought. Okay. Now, I basically saved you, almost $1 million just by avoiding this BS, okay? Just listen to me. Don't buy this crap and invest instead. And after 30 years, you will thank me. Have a good day.